Hi everybody, this is Pax. Hey, I wanted to do another video on this issue I have. So I don't know if any of you, but from time to time, I get inundated with all my master writs. And these are, I already kind of went through and said, I'm going to get rid of these or I'm going to sell whatever. Anyway, these I'm going to keep. I want to do. So, but now it's time to do them because it's just out of hand. These are just my blacksmithing. I dumped other ones in the bank of the other ones I have, and it's like, this is so overwhelming. If you look at these are really good. Like if I just look at this one, see the per voucher cost is 319 and it just goes down 336, 223, and so forth. These are all really good, inexpensive writs. I know I don't get a ton of writ vouchers, but I want to do them because I want the writ vouchers. Okay, these are totally sweet. Now, if you look at the cost, if I sell them, that don't cost that much. So you got to kind of do these in batch, right? That takes a whole bunch of time. Here I got my banker here. You can go see. I dumped the other ones in my bank. You can see here they kind of start here and they just go on and on. And there's my wood. It's like, oh, you got to be kidding me. So what I decided to do to try to mass do them, I did try to look up some add-ons, and I saw some things, and it just doesn't really do what I wanted to do. So what I ended up doing is on one screen here, I went to my vouchers blacksmithing, and then I just created a spreadsheet like this. And all I did is I just started right here. I put my cursor here. I start at the top, as you can see on this one. And I just did my 4 columns here. I had the first column I'm going to use to check off when I do it, right? So I just started from my bag right over here and went down and started writing down what it is that I need to create from this. As you can see, it's the set, then it's what the item is that I'm going to craft, what the trait and the style, because that's what you need. Okay. And I just went down. I know it seems tedious. It's like data processing, some data entry. It didn't take me that long, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It didn't take me that long. And I just went down and I typed them up over here. Okay. And then what I did is I made sure I have enough bank space because there are 54, right? Not counting the heading. There's 54. So I added, I go, okay, well, I have enough to make all these and they'll be in my bag. Okay. And so now, because I did that, okay, now I can take this over here and I can sort this, right? Let me stretch this up. Where's the sort? Sort. How do I sort? Sort data, sort column A. Maybe then, don't think it really matters, but I'll do column B. Okay, I'll do the set, sort by set, then by craft, I guess. Let's see what we got. I'll go ahead and put trade in there. I don't think it matters. Okay, so now I put them in order, alphabetical order, because where I'm going, the stations are in alphabetical order. So if I'm going to do Deathwind, I want to do those 3 while I'm at this station before I go to the next one. Oddly enough, I had no duplicates. And I do want to show you this so you don't get confused. So if I look at this one, look at this first one. If you look at the top right corner, I can't move my cursor because it'll go off. You can see where it says Master Writ at the top, and then on the far right it says 3, little bag there, which means 3 in your inventory. I guarantee you they're not the same. But it makes it, oh, I got 3 of them, so I can just cast 3 of these. No, don't fall for that, right? That one had 7. No, they're different. I don't know where they get that from. I don't know if it's because the reward is 7, so you got 7 of them. I don't know what it is. But they're not the same. So when I went down this and did this list, I don't have any duplicates. But if I did, that's fine. I probably would have added a column that said 2 or however many I had. So none of these are duplicates. Another thing that's useful here is if you get a, I'm not going to resort this, but if you get a trait that, there's one in here somewhere, a trait of Nernhone, you may ask yourself, do I want to do that one? Now this particular one is Grieve, so I think that particular one it's cost about 2K, so it's totally worth doing this one. But if you get the ones that are a weapon and Nirncrux is like 27, 30K or more, you may do the math on that and go, I'm not doing that one. And usually I just destroy those because, I'm not going to screw somebody else in that if I try to sell it to them. So anyway, so now they're in order and I have inventory. I'm just going to do the blacksmithing, and when I get these done, I'll turn them in. Oh, and I'll show you that. I won't do all these in this video. I'll do them, but then at the end I'll turn them in. So anyway, so now let me go ahead and show you this part. So I'm going to go ahead and go to where I'm going to craft these. And what ideal is to have another screen, to move your stuff on one screen, like you've got two monitors. That way you can check them off as you do. I don't have two monitors, so I'm going to have to do it the hard way, which is not that big of a deal. Also, it just helps you. This is not where I want to go. It also helps you if you make a mistake or if you get someone interrupts you, you can get right back on, and continue where you are. So it just helps you not make a mistake and lets you sort, check off list. And I know it seems a little tedious, but it's totally worth it. And you can just mass do them all, turn them all in, and not have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So let me show you this one thing, and then I'm going to pause the video and do them, and then I'll show you me turning them in here. So well, it's taking a while to draw me, isn't it? I'm just ghost. So as you see here, these are in alphabetical order, right? These stations. And so my list here, I would start with this one. So there it is. So I would start with this one, do what I want, and continue all the way doing the things that I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and have all those, and I'm going to pause the video, and then I'll restart it when I'm done. So I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, I'm back. And I want to do this last one with you, and then I got a couple tips. This worked pretty well. Took me a couple hours to do these. I got interrupted a bunch, so I'd say if I didn't get interrupted, an hour. So, depends if you're slow like me too. So about an hour to type this in, another hour to do all these. I'll do the last one here. It worked pretty good sorting it by this way. Pretty much all of these, they've just lined up because I just did blacksmithing. So I could just go all the way from that side and, skip whatever one. It went in that order all the way to end. So that worked pretty good. I do want to point out one thing you have to, or I almost got bit by, and it has to do with this style, this this ancient orc. So there's an ancient orc and there is a ancestral orc. So those are really close. So make sure you get that. I'll show you on here. So see on the very end here, that's the ancestor orc, and somewhere in here is the other one, ancient orc. Let's see. Oh, there it is. So you have that. And really the only reason I caught it is it was ghosted. And I'm like, what? I can make that one? No, I can't. And I ended up fat-fingered it on my spreadsheet. So, and that's one thing, nice thing about the spreadsheet, when you type this in, it'll pre-fill it, if you've done it before. And that's one I probably typed, oh, I already did it and hit it, where I wasn't paying attention. So it almost bit me. But I did it. So another nice thing about doing this is if you do get interrupted I mean, it's easy to pick it right back up and not make a mistake. Okay, so let me see. One other thing I wanted to show you. Um, I'll make the last one here in a second, but let's say, for example, I'm making whatever these greaves, and I'm out of this. I know there's one in here. I did that deliberately, but let's say I want to make this. I don't want to spend my last one, or I'm out. That's when you can use these Munda stones, and it will take care of it. Now, it's not going to take care of it if you don't have it, like this one. It's not. It's not going to do anything. I still can't do it, right? I have to learn it. And I'm going to show you that real quick because I know I showed it in another video, but excuse me, if you come here, like this particular one, Minotaur, so if you come down here to Minotaur, I have this checked, only show, I hide all the ones I know. These are just the ones I don't. I know these, but not the whole. See, if I undo this, see all the one, I have all of those. Okay, so Minotaur, let's get back to it. Okay, so right here, so this is, in this case, it's pants. So the pants is right here, legs. See, I don't have it. That's why that's ghosted out. Like this one here, I'm out. So I could use that like that. Now I could make that with that style if I need to. Okay, let me see if there's, I think that's it. Let me go ahead and do the last one. I'm going to set these back. I don't know why they don't have them in alphabetical order, but they don't. Okay, so the last one here, and I'm already on the, oh, you see it right here, Willow's Path. So great sword, powered Telvanni, where are you at? Oop. See here I only have one. I'm going to keep it. I'll just use this. I guess I was talking about it. I might as well use it. I'll craft that one. Improve. There it is. Great sword. These are all purple. There's no. Okay, so now that one's done. So I'm going to go turn these in. And so let's do that. So I'm just going to go see if I got somebody in our guild. Sort by location. Is anybody there? Is somebody in Grotwood? Travel to player. And here I'm gonna just do a couple of these just so you get the feel of what it's like to do them and turn them in this batch process. And then I'll pause again and I'll do them all, and then I want to show you the totals and see, you know, why you would go to this craziness. Why is it worth it? So let's take off. Okay, so now if you see here, I don't have any. I haven't done any yet. Also, I want to show you. See here, they're all in my bag here. See, all the ones that I made on the list are in there, and then the items, are all in here too. Those are all the ones I created. Okay, and then I also want to show you banker. Actually, I don't even need to show it this way. In the inventory, I have no Writ vouchers. So when I turn all these in, then we'll see what that total is of the ones, just the blacksmithing, the ones that in, what was it? There were 54 of them, right? Because I got a header here, 54 of them. So, but anyway, so let me, if I did everything right, which I think I did. So we'll start this process. Now remember, you can only, I'll just start here. You could only do, blacksmithing, cloth, provisioning. You can only do one of those at a time. So for example, if I start here at the top and I do this, use accept contract, you see I only got one, but see it's already done, right? I can't create another one. I can't use another one. It won't let me. You've already have one. So basically I'm going to come up here to this guy and I'm going to turn it in. I already did. I'm going to go back to my inventory, open the next contract, turn it in. You see what I mean? Open my contract, open it up, turn it in, and so forth until I go through all of them. Okay? And see, you can see now in my currency, I got 23 so far and counting, right? And then once I do all that, I won't let you bore you to do that. I'll do all those real quick. And then I'll come back and then we'll talk about that total and why it's good to do. Um, before I go though, before I pause you, remember there's 54 of these. I don't know if I've said this before, but in your journal, in your achievements, if you go to crafting, and I'm just going to go, I'll do it in general. I'll show, I think I've done everything on this guy, earned. And there is one that's called unsurpassed crafter. So you want to do 100. So like this one here, I just did it batch. There were whatever it was, however many I said there was, 54 of them. So that would have been 54 of them. You're over half done with this particular thing. So and I probably, you have to do it whatever character can do it. This guy can do all kinds of stuff. That's why I loaded him on him. But if you have other characters that have not done them, do those on those characters so you can start getting this 50 points and, turn them in on this other one. Do the same kind of thing. Okay, so you can double, piggyback on or stacking on, the achievements. You're going to get the writs and you're going to stack on here. And there's probably other things in here, like here's blacksmithing. I would do these first, right? Because that's going to help you be able to do some things. And here's a legendary one. If you do a legendary one, also I'd recommend if you do a legendary one, like you find a master writ that's legendary, do it because this will count towards that, right? So you'll get that, plus you'll get this. And then I think there's even one on the enchantment. So you can stick an enchantment on there and get a bonus on that. Obtain, something of that nature. I can't remember. So there's things you can stack. So just kind of look through this and get those points and do it at the same time. So let me go ahead and get this done, and then I will come back and then talk about the next thing. Hang on. Okay. I went ahead and did all that. I did make, looks like 3 mistakes, and ironically, one of them is on tape, the last one I did. So you can rewind this a little bit and see it. So this one here, where I made the mistake, is I didn't select the, let me see if I can get this on the screen at the same time. I didn't select the 5-piece set. So, I probably wasn't paying attention. See, I got distracted, went back recording and did the wrong one. No big deal though. And these, I don't know what I did wrong. I'm not going to go back. It's like crying over spilled milk. Big deal. I'll just decon them. No big deal. So, but that worked pretty well. So, 3 misses out of 54, that's pretty good success ratio. And even if you didn't do it this way, one at a time, you probably make more mistakes than that, doing that many. Or maybe it's just me, my oldness is doing it. I don't know. So let's get back to this. So what I want to show you, one other thing before I forget. When you do, probably before you even do this whole project, when you start crafting it, run an experience scroll, okay? And, or even do it. I think did it just say I was enlightened? I wasn't paying attention. No. So to stack with that too. Run some experience scroll because you're going to get a bunch, not only when you craft it, but when you turn them in. So, especially when you turn them in. So, let's see what we got here. So my count is 349. I'll write that down right here. 300 or 394. So where I had 0, okay? And I forgot to do this. So those writs, they were probably on the average, let's say the cost of those, if you were going to sell them, is $500. Okay? And I don't know about the material. I'd have to go, pull one. I guess we can pull another one to kind of compare. Gee, dude, you're interrupting my video. So let's just look at these because they're going to, no, it's probably not similar. Let's get one. Let's say like that. So you do have the mat cost down there, right? But remember, if you were going to sell this instead of go after the 8 writ vouchers, okay? So if you were just going to sell it, then, maybe you get $500, $600 maybe, right? Now you'd say, yeah, but I could sell that for 600 and I could sell the mat material. So we'll just guess because I already did them all. I don't have a real one, an example, but it's close enough. So if you've got, if you sold it for, let's say 3,900, materials, you can see that in the middle there. Plus, let's say you got 600 for this writ. Now I know you're going to pay commissions and listing fees and all that, but let's just throw that aside. So that's $4,500. Okay? And these writ vouchers, there's 8 on this particular one. Okay, we'll do the total of what I've done. But just 8 on average is $750 per writ. So that's $6,000. So the difference, and you can do it more. This thing's not rocket science. I mean, it's not precise, okay? But just right there, that's $1,500. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that. We're gonna guesstimate again. We'll say the cost is 4,500 with material or trying to sell the writ because some of the writs won't sell, right? So get out of here, cat. So let's come back here. Remember my total of the writs is 394. So if I take 394 times 750, just a guesstimate, that's $295,000. You can round up and say 300K, let's say. Now remember, I did this in what? Let's say a couple hours, 2.5 hours for 300K. Now, if you don't have that, I mean, you literally can go find deals on these writs that you can do that you already know you have the material, and we can check on that on the way out here and buy some of these if you don't have them, but you have the material, and then, make some and get these writ vouchers. But let's take a look, and let's do the cost here. So 4,500 times, what was it, 54? There were 54 of them, right? So there were 54. Okay, so that's 243,000. So if you take that from roughly whatever I said, 300K, right? So that's 57K. So that's 57K, and let's just divide that by 2.5 hours. So that's 22K, 22,800 an hour. Now, of course, I do daily writs, and it takes me about 35,015 minutes, okay? But I want these vouchers. I want these. And just to kind of show you, now that's money, okay? And they're also pretty cheap. Remember, a lot of those, I said 750. A lot of those did not cost that much to get. They were way under $500 to get those in materials, okay? Now I'm sitting there, and a lot of this stuff, let's just look. Here's a tunable, which is I want. That one is, which I can clearly buy one. That's 191. What is this? Let's say we get 4 of these. That's 88,000 times 4. You see where I'm going with this? I'm not saying to get that one. I'm just saying, there's, these are, what's that listed at as? 100K. So there's 400K, and I showed you 300K. So, this stuff kind of compounds up. It's totally worth your time. You do want to keep your RIT costs down. Okay. So let me see if there was anything else I wanted to show you. Okay. So the last thing is, let's say you want to do this. Maybe you want to do it to make some coin, and learn how to do it. It goes a lot faster when you do it because it's kind of repetitive. Let's go ahead and go over. Oh, come on, get on there and ride. Let's go over here and say you're going to buy some. So I'm going to come over to these merchants and let's see what's in there. We'll just start with this one here. So I'm going to reset my search, consumables, master writs. Oh, I don't want that one. I want purple. I'm not sure. You might be able to. We'll go ahead and pick blacksmithing, right? And maybe we'll just do purple for now. Okay. So right off the cuff, this one looks promising, right? So they're asking 3K. I wouldn't do that because you'd have to add that amount onto. See the voucher, 721 gold. No thanks. That's too much, right? All these look like they stink. This one's not horrible, but if you add on, see it's 455 gold per voucher, but then you have to add on what you cost to buy this. And also I can't do this and see that motif's gone, but let's say you could have done it. So you'd take, 100, or actually it shows you right there, it's 138.87 per voucher. So you'd have to add that on to the 455 and you're over 500. I mean, you could do that, it's still, there's a lot of wiggle room. But me, I would chop it. That was just the first one. I'd look around. You could try to do it out on the website. Just try to find the, go down and, look at the ones you can do, like, okay, I can do that one. No, and so forth and so on. And if you want to get maybe better pricing, you could always try our guild. You might have a better luck because people are starting to know how to price these things better. And also we have some of these in the bank that we could just give away at the auction. That's another place you can go bid in an auction. So hopefully that helps out a little bit or gives you some direction and how to mass do it. I'm kind of sick of doing it for today, but I did do all of my blacksmithing, so I still have my cloth and my woodworking ones to do. And this has like been a pain in my side, in my bank and stuff forever. And I finally bit the bullet and started dealing with it. So totally worth it. Feels good to get at least 1/3 of it off my chest. So hopefully this helps you out. I'll upload this video and I'll see you guys out in the virtual world. Bye.